Okay, so another important thing that we need to talk about this morning, and it's something that many of you may be facing and maybe don't want to talk about. We are delighted to have Nicole Sodoma back from Sodoma Law, and Theresa Viera is here with us as well. How are you, ladies?
We're good. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. So we're talking about domestic violence, and it's not something that people readily talk about. I know you all hear about it. Talk a little bit about first why you think there's still such a stigma.
Well, it's so nice to be able to have a conversation about it, because realistically, the statistics are 20 victims, or as we would like to say, survivors, every minute in our country, and that is reported based on physical abuse. And we know that domestic violence is underreported, and that domestic violence is no longer just physical abuse.
Right, it's emotional, it's all kinds of things.
Emotional, mental, financial abuse. Domestic violence was actually a characteristic of my childhood growing up, and having to endure all those different forms of abuse was tough to get through. But when my mom and I, when we decided to get out of that domestic violence situation, we reached out to community resources that we didn't know were there previously, such as shelters and other community resources, as well as finding a family law attorney.
I think part of the conversation is recognizing that domestic violence there are no bounds. It could happen to anyone. It's not anything that anyone wants to talk about, but there's no social, economic. I mean, it has no boundaries on who it can apply to.
And I know it's important for you all to get the message out that people who are involved in this, they're not alone.
They're not. And that was a tough thing that we had to look into, because we thought we were. We thought we were the only ones who had fear at home to do whatever we wanted to do. And it was learning that we, first off, were not alone, and that there was actually support out there in the community to help us. And there were legal minds who could utilize the law to keep us safe.
And one of the things we really focus on from the legal perspective is making a plan. That's an actual physical plan, like what do I need to do to keep myself and my family safe? But also, the longer you wait from the time that the domestic violence occurs, as you feel it, as you physically feel it or emotionally feel it, whatever that danger is to you or your family, you are going to impact your credibility in the courtroom if you wait. Aside from the possible violence that would result from it, but don't wait. Credibility is really important, because unfortunately there's a courtroom full of people who feel the same way.
You all, we have about 30 seconds left, but you all gave us this wonderful list of shelters and options and safe places, and we just want to put some of them up on the screen just in case someone sitting at home is in one of these communities and thinks, you know what, I need a little bit of help. If people want more information from all of you, where do they find you, and how can they just call up and get the information that they need?
Sure, they can go to sodomalaw.com. We also have an booklet that is a domestic violence resource on our website. We would encourage you to download it, print it, do whatever you need, but it's got great information on it as well.
Ladies, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your story and for helping us out with all the community resources we need. Sodomalaw.com, right?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Coach, over to you.
Thank you.